She thought dating meant full benefits for the whole family. But he had other ideas. When her boyfriend refused to buy shoes for all her kids, things got heated fast. Let's break down the moment entitlement met reality.
Son, go ahead. Man, go on there, man. Go. Let me talk.
Okay, and that's wrong because he usually buy your brother's shoes. But look at this petty
That don't
dude.
got nothing to do with me, man.
It do get something to do
my
with you.
kids.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you right, man.
So let me give you some context. He only bought shoes for the kid they have together, but didn't get it for the other kids.
Them is not my kids.
Okay, but guess what? When you was with me, you was buying shoes.
I'm not with you though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not with you. But I'm taking care of my son. Anything outside of that, I do not owe you that. I do not owe them nothing. No, none of that. What is you talking about?
Just like a petty dude.
Ain't
Just
no
like a petty.
nothing. You
Yes, you
Matter
is.
of fact, you got dude laid up in here with you. He need to be taken
He
care of.
ain't got nothing to do with you.
What do you guys think? Is he supposed to get it for everyone or only his kid?
You right here paying attention. You do.
No,
What you talking about, man? Ain't no
don't
about nothing, man.
babe, don't even
Listen,
go
man.
there. Don't even go there. You better go on
I
before
ain't
he.
trying to hear none of that.
Yes.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for my kids. Anything outside that.
Okay, so you ain't gonna.
gonna.
You petty dude. I told you that's what I don't like. I don't like fooling with that dude. Look at petty.
Bro, I'm out, man.
He is only required to buy the shoes for his son, and the other kids are their father's responsibility. This is why men have checked out a long time ago.
Waiting for you to come back. You know, I wanted you to see, you know.
Wait, why did you get two separate checks?
Huh?
Why did you get two separate checks?
They said if we wanted to split it, so I figured I would just.
If you wanted to split, are you kidding me? You asked me out.
Okay.
You didn't tell me you had 9 kids.
So because I have 9 kids, you're not gonna pay for my food?
Yeah, no.
So you bring me out on Mother's Day,
They make it seem like asking to split the bill is somewhat of a crime.
and because you find out that I have 9 kids, you're not gonna cover my bill.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, no. It's not even you. Like you trying to play me like I'm slow or something like that. No.
Are you kidding me?
You were supposed to let me know that beforehand. You said you had a kid, not 9.
No, you asked me that I have kids. I said yes.
Yeah, but 9 kids is, you know.
So because I have 9 kids, you're not gonna cover. Yo, so you invite me out to dinner.
How about you ask? How about you ask?
Did you just shush me?
Like, we don't fuck with your family.
My 9 baby. First of all, I don't have 9 baby daddy.
We do not care.
It's not the fact that she has 9 kids. I'm sure what upset him is that she didn't tell him up front.
I don't know. You leaving out a lot of information here when I first talked to you.
Yo, oh my God, this is.
You know
You know what? You know what? Okay. All right.
Seriously, you gonna make a scene? Like,
Yes, you literally just got me 2 bills. Yo, I did not ask to come out. I don't have the money for this. As you said, I have 9 kids, so I can't afford to pay. Oh my God.
Yo. Hey.
I'm gonna leave.
No, you're not gonna leave.
I'm gonna
No,
leave.
you're not.
She really wanted to leave and let him pay for everything, but he was not going to fall for it.
You're gonna cover these because you invited me out to dinner.
What the is this piece of
Okay, watch out call the police.
You're-
And I'm gonna say you're
Oh
running
my
and dipping
God.
and dashing right now. I'm
Wow.
gonna say you dipped and dashed on
Oh my
like,
God.
I got a bill right here.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes!
Go where you're appreciated, not tolerated or demanded to do stuff you don't want.
Why would your name be in my life insurance? Like, you're not married, why would your name be in my life insurance?
Okay, so you mean to tell me we've been together for 7 years and my name doesn't serve any substance to be in your life insurance?
Okay, yes, I love you, but life insurance is for the wife. You not ready to get married? I'm not ready to get married because you're not ready to get married. Like, you still in school, got all stuff going on right now, we not married.
The fact that she did this without consulting him first is not normal.
So, like, in the future, if we get married, I'm going to change it. I'll change the policy, but right now, the policy is what it is.
Oh, so I'm not your wife.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But on text messages and with your homies, I'm your wife. I'm wifey, I'm wifey, I'm wifey.
Oh my God, okay, yeah, you wife, but you're not my wife. You're not legally my wife on paper.
It's a title that needs to be earned.
So I can't add you. You know what I'm saying? I told you, like, when we get married, In the future, I choose a policy. Like, I ain't going nowhere now,
What
but
if
to die.
something were to happen to you? How am I gonna live, drive, do anything that I need to do?
You serious?
Go with that. What if something happened to me? Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Why you worried about that?
Simple. If something were to happen, she would have to start working.
Real, we're in 2023.
Okay, all right. What, you gonna kill me or something? You trying to kill me?
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
You said you were gonna take care of me.
Something. I said you go to the store. I said you go to Hidden Souls and you get.
What
something.
happened to you taking care of me?
I am taking care of you. I'm buying some
That's
shoes
not
in the
taking
purse.
care of me if you're not taking care of my
Bro, what
family.
are you doing, bro? Don't ring it up on my tab, bro. Don't ring it up on my tab.
First of all, don't talk to the man like that.
No, I'm saying, like,
Don't worry about him. He's just
I'm
acting
dead
like a
serious.
broke.
Like, no, for real. Like,
Just keep bringing it up.
We have no problem taking care of our partners, but if they start to go over the limit, then it becomes a burden.
You really
don't
gonna do
ring it
this
up on my
in front
tab.
of
Yeah,
people?
I'm doing this in front of people.
What are we doing?
No, bro, this is what we doing, bro. I'm not buying her
Are you
friends, her
seriously
mama,
doing this in public?
18 cousins,
In public? Are
nobody,
you
nothing,
serious?
bro. I'm buying her something.
Are you
size
serious?
7
In
for
public?
you. You wear a 7. You don't wear no 6.5. You don't wear no 8. You wear a size 7.
So what I hear is you're being a broke.
One purse.
What I hear is you're being a broke.
I do me a favor, this is Hidden Soul.
You was flying all this money and like you had all this money.
I don't like where this is going.
Calling him broke in public and still wanting him to buy her the things is crazy.
You was flying like you had all this money.
Bro, look at this. Bro, she expect me. Y'all look at this. Bro, she expect me to buy her friends, her mama, shoes, and I told her to get her a size 7. Get you some shoes.
Get me
I didn't tell
and
you
my
all this.
homegirls.
All right, cool. Check it out.
I'm out, man.
She wanted him to buy the shoes for all of her family and friends. She forgot that he's just a man, not Santa Claus.
You tell a man, oh, I need you to pay for the babysitter so I can come out with you. And he's like, oh no, that's too much. That's where I draw a line. That's because you're not worth that to him. If the woman of his dreams was standing in front of him saying, you need to cover the babysitter, it's $15 an hour, he's gonna be like, okay, plus the tip. You wanna only be the man's dream girl when you even give him a shot at dating you. So setting this standard in the beginning is so important.
You weird, buddy.
Expecting a stranger to take care of your children is something to be ashamed of.
I will never understand why people are so quick to assume that when they see a single mother that she got left. Like, do you not know that we did a dash? We took off and we escaped?
I left my kid's dad because we were not in love. We were not intimate. We were hardly even friends. We were just coexisting. And I knew that in the long run, it would be better for my child if he didn't see a fake relationship.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness? Do you think you do?
Why should men date single moms?
They're more grounded and they're more nurturing, more understanding, and yeah, I just feel like they are a little more level-headed.
From the guy's point of view, straight away, it's like, okay, this is more work from the get-go. If you ask guys, right, would you rather be loved or respected? 9 times out of 10, a guy would generally say they would rather be respected. From the kid's point of view, they just want mommy and daddy to be together, right? So from day one, you have this little kid who hates you, right? On top of that, you're meant to discipline this kid. And like I say, if men want to be respected, the last thing they want to hear is, you're not my dad. That's what I'm talking about.
It's just a very hard situation to be in, and no matter what you do, it can easily go wrong.
And then if you do try and discipline, there's sometimes you get from the mothers, like, don't talk to my kid that way. Why would I deal with all of this when I could just have someone who wasn't? By the way, like, no disrespect to mothers, I think women having kids is one of the best things you can do, honestly. But 99.9% of the time, if I had the choice between a mum and someone who wasn't a mum, I would always go for someone who wasn't.
It's his choice, and they shouldn't be offended by it, because we also have the right to choose what we want.
If you're not ready for the responsibilities to be a stepdaddy when you're dating a single mom, please avoid them at all costs. I'm so sick and tired of dudes trying to date single mamas and then get mad when they tell you you gotta step up and you gotta help around the house or you gotta play daddy. Huh? Why would you even want to be involved with a woman that got a bunch of kids or they got kids and not want to help? I just feel like if you don't see yourself being a family man, then what are you here for?
Like I used to say, the issue is when they hide this until later on.
And then my thing is this, y'all be sitting over there needing help. Y'all come into these relationships with single mamas because y'all already know they got their together. Y'all already know she got food in the refrigerator for the kids. Y'all already know her bills is paid. And y'all just looking for somewhere to stay. And then what be crazy is y'all be thinking y'all can lay on y'all not do nothing. And then some of y'all be coming into this thinking that somebody finna treat y'all like they child too. Baby, we already got kids. We ain't got space and time to be taking care of another child.
Our dignity would never allow us to take advantage of our partner.
I just feel like if y'all feel like this is too much responsibility, then go find a woman out there that don't got no kid.
That is exactly the plan.
Girl on Facebook, I literally saw it this morning before I came here, and she's like, if you dealing with me, you know I have a kid, you should just know I shouldn't have to ask you for money, you should just give it to me, you know I have responsibilities. The guys were going crazy in the comments, but she was dead serious. When did we get to the point where we're not even in a committed relationship, but for some reason the man is responsible for taking care of you and someone else's child and all this other stuff? And I just feel like it's this big fairy tale world that a lot of women kind of live in, where they feel like if they end up with someone who's not their sponsor or taking care of them or, you know, letting them live this soft life, as everybody's saying, they feel like they're settling.
The ones who really deserve the money are the partners that need it and never ask for it.
So I've noticed lately that broke men are trying to convince single mothers that rich men don't want them. And the funniest thing about that to me is the reasons are usually like, oh, it's so much harder, it's going to be more expensive. They're looking at the children as obstacles. They're looking at these women as used goods. And here's the thing. Successful men don't base what they want off of how easy it is to get it.
I wonder where she got this idea from.
In fact, in my experience, when there's a bit of a challenge, it's more exciting for them. They're not going to go with the easiest lay, right? They're going to go with someone that's interesting to them.
I don't think so.
We love challenges in life, but when it comes to dating, we just want something easy and comfortable.
And the qualities that make someone a good mother really makes them an interesting person and a really good partner too. So, food for thought. These broke guys, dusty guys, really guys are gonna try to convince you that you're not worth as much because they're trying to get a baddie for a discount.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way.
It's because we want a fresh new start and to make our own proper family. And some ladies don't like that.
An unmarried mother of 3 living in the city of Atlanta. Let's go over exactly how much it costs to live. Number 1, you have rent. That's approximately $2,800 a month. Damn! Then you have your utilities, gas, light, water, and internet. All that totals to about $600 a month. Next, I have our cell phone bills. That ends up being about $250 a month. My personal car note is $800 a month. I pay about $200 a month for insurance. I don't normally add in my other 2 car payments because those are work vehicles. Those pay me while I pay them.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
My children's homeschool and extracurricular activity fees ends up being about $300 to $400 a month.
Get right here, man.
$250 a month to get their hair done.
Jesus Christ.
$100 to $250 a week for groceries.
Just listening to these expenses scares me, and I'm not even there.
For clothing, we don't shop every month. We get things on sale and off season. So I would say probably at an average about $100 a month. I spend about $600 a month on hair, nails, and routine beauty treatments like massages or waxes.
I don't like where this is going.
As a self-employed woman is about $800 a month. I mainly work from home, so gas is about $50 a week.
Why?
For entertainment, we probably spend anywhere between $500 and $1,000 a month. That includes all our Netflix subscriptions, all our fees to go to the Y and those types of things as well. Our dog requires about once a month grooming. That's about $80. So my total monthly expenses for personal, not including my business, is around $5,500 a month.
And this right here is why being single is less expensive.
Would you date a girl with a child?
Me personally, no, but I'm also like 24, so I'm pretty young.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not right now.
We're young.
We're young.
We're
too young for that. Yes. No.
No.
Honestly, probably not seriously.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Probably not.
We ask those same women that have the kids about their sons, hey, would you want your son to date a woman with a child? Now all of a sudden y'all can all understand and be like, nah, hell no, I wouldn't want that.
I got a son. Would I really want him? Like, yeah, mom, I met this girl, she got 3 kids. I'm like, you couldn't find nobody else?
The opinions are really conflicted here, and it's crazy.
You have to find a woman with 3 kids? There's a bunch of women out here. So I understand in that sense, human nature is to be a little selfish.
If you're dating a single mom, you should know you're not going to be her #1 priority. The kids will always come first. Just a heads up. This is giving that she actually is a good parent. I mean, if she's not, then you don't want to date her at all, because that says a lot about somebody. But yeah, that's just a heads up. You're welcome.
This is really confusing me right here. If she treats her boyfriend better, it's unfair for the kids. And if she does the opposite, it's unfair for the guy. So finding that balance is the answer, but it's rare.
If a woman has 3 kids, she should be looking for a man who's a lot older, who's already able to take care of her and her 3 kids. Like, you can't be talking to guys who are around our age, like, because they're going to say the same thing. Like, I'm not taking on that baggage.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Would you date someone who already has kids?
No. At this age, probably.
Would you date someone that already has kids?
No.
These men want to start a family, and I don't blame them for that.
Yeah, she's a good mom.
It depends, but probably no.
I have. That's a terrible idea.
Shabazz, would you date someone who already has kids?
Yeah. No, I have 3 of my own. I don't need any more.
Do you date someone who already has kids?
Sure. If the love was real, yes.
Would you date someone who already has kids?
Yeah, why not? At my age, yeah, everyone in my dating pool has kids already. You kidding me?
At least his standards aren't in the sky. He knows that when arriving at a certain age, we need to lower them to make it work.
How old are you?
Jesus Christ, how many times did I ask this? 38.
Would you date someone that already has kids?
Yes, currently do that now.
I'm trying to say...
Yeah, it's a yes or no question.
It's their age that I would, but it's all how old they are. So if they're like 30, of course. But like 20, no.
I wonder what's his reasoning behind that, but I would assume it's about maturity.
The kids or the girl?
The girl.
Okay.
Why do men hate single mothers, and why do single mothers threaten the structure that holds capitalism together? So obviously there are surface reasons that men have given as to why they don't like single mothers. But I think at the root of all these criticisms is the idea that a woman should need a man, and if she doesn't, then she is a threat to the nuclear family structure, and therefore she's a threat to capitalism as a whole. And the men who need their dishes washed, clothes cleaned, food cooked, and wiped do not want that being perpetuated.
What kind of animal are you?
So they shame single mothers instead of praising them for being the parent who stayed.
So that was a lie.
As men, I can say that we don't hate single mothers or dislike them. We respect them, but not everyone would be open to date them. And people shouldn't see it as an insult. It's just a preference.
Dating no one with a kid?
No, I mean, it's not necessarily true. I just felt
You
like...
want to be a stepdaddy?
No, I feel like that's just so hard.
I feel like you like kids.
I love kids, but I feel like that is so hard though. Like it's...
You do realize, okay, I know I'm in my 30s, but you're close to 30. And the older you get, the more likely they're already going to have a kid.
100%.
Okay?
No, 100%. And...
So why, like, just because someone has a kid doesn't mean anything...
Yeah, and I don't necessarily
shit
shoot it down.
happens or, like, doesn't work out. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a kid.
And I don't necessarily shoot it down right off bat, but...
Yeah, as long as they're a good parent.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what matters. Because if anything, you see how they are as a parent.
It's very hard to raise our kids, let alone other people's kids. It's extra difficult and demanding because you would be cautious to not hurt their feelings.
So ladies, I'm sitting in my car and I done came up with an idea. You know how you go get your hair done, but before you get your hair done, you have to put down a deposit. Before you get your lashes done, you have to put down a deposit. Before you get your nails done, you have to put down a deposit, right?
Stop it. Get some help.
I can already see where she's going with this argument.
And if you don't show up, you do not get that deposit back. So I done came up with an idea. We should start charging these men deposit to date us. Like we should start charging them a fee to date us, like a 30-day like a 30-day trial. You pay like $1,000 to date us. So, and if they don't do right by us within them 30 days, we keep the money. I'm just saying, like.
Remember, guys, if you can't get a refund on your subscriptions, it's better not to pay.
Single mothers are recreational use only. You don't marry those women. That's a bad move for you as a man.
Why? Because of the baggage? Because of the kids? Because of the just...
There's far too much risk. Well, we already know that marriage is terrible for men in general. You get marrying a single mother, now you're bringing kids into the equation that you're going to have to provide and protect for that aren't your own seed. And if that woman breaks up with you, now you're going to get hit with a double whammy of you lose her and the kids that you built an attachment with.
Is that the biggest L you can take?
There are many factors at play, and dealing with everything at once can be frustrating.
I was supposed to go on a date tonight, but here I am, cozy in my bed, which is great. I'd rather be here than with someone's crusty son. But basically, so I told my son, I was like, yeah, I'm probably going to go on a date tonight, just so you know. And he's like, oh, Mom, like, I thought you were done with dating. You've had these bad experiences. Like, he's like, it's too risky. And I was like, nah, gotta get back out there. I was wrong, okay? So I start chatting with this guy. We're texting for a couple days. He seems super nice. He texted me last night to confirm and was like, I'll message you tomorrow to confirm the spot and the time to take you on a date that you very much deserve. And I was like, oh my God, that's so sweet. Like, yes, I do deserve this. Right after that, he sends me a link to a guy playing guitar, like lying flat down, like kind of like a piano. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. My son plays guitar like that. After that, crickets, silence. So today I don't hear from him all day and I'm like, okay, obviously something's up. I go on Hinge and he unmatched me.
I can understand why this guy got upset, because she didn't tell him the truth sooner, and he was just done.
And I'm just thinking, like, that's embarrassing. You're 36 years old. You could have just been like, hey, sorry, I didn't realize you had a kid. It's not something I'm interested in. No. You're just gonna ghost and unmatch me? I didn't bother to get ready because I knew something was up, but imagine...
If we notice that our date started with hiding the truth, we lose interest. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.